Hi everyone and welcome. Today I'd like to share a little bit about our products and how you can find them in our catalogue, as well as sharing a little technique down here and making a card. For those of you who have come on and don't know me, my name's Teresa Brown. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator from Australia and have been for 17 years. So in our catalogue, this is our beautiful new catalogue. This is our annual catalogue. We have our new mini catalogue coming up very, very, very soon on the 6th of September. So if you want one of them, please contact me. I'm happy to post one out to you. But in the back of our catalogue, annual catalogue, on page 174, is the index for our stamps. Now, I quite often get asked, where do we find the stamp set that you're using? How can I find that? And it's got an index, so they're all done by name of the stamp set. So I'm using the Sweet and Precious today. So you just need to go to S and look for the name of the stamp set, and then it will tell you the page. It will also give you the number, the code, if you were wanting to order it. And also it tells you the price for Australia and New Zealand. So it's on page 83. So we just pop over to page 83 and you can see this is the stamp set that we're going to be using today. Also gives you some really great little ideas right here in the catalogue. So how good is that? You get that little sneak peek straight away of how to make a card and how to apply. Don't forget, you're allowed to do it however you want. It's your card. Okay, a lot of people think they have to case all the time, and a lot of people ask, what is casing? Well, casing is actually picking out a card or one of my cards that I'm making today and actually copying it. So that's what's called casing. So if you case the card, you would say, oh, I saw Teresa Brown make this card. So you would mention the person, or you would say, I saw this card in the Stampin' Up! annual catalogue. So that's what casing is all about. So let's come down to the workbench. Now, I've been working with the products, the blends, and the blends are really beautiful, and also doing some sponging technique, because we're using the blender brushes and the alcohol blend, the stamping alcohol blend markers. So this is what we've been doing, what we're going to be doing on these cards. So let's get started. Now this one to me reminds me of sitting out on some ice. They need to be sitting out on some ice. So I'm sort of going to bring my ripped piece of Post-it note. This is just a Post-it note. And I've just ripped it, and I've got this tacky bit on here. And I'm just going to sort of put this across here. And I don't want to use any other colour but blue on this. I'm just using the one colour on this particular card. You can do lots of different colours, but today just the one colour on this one. So we're just going to blend a little bit and then just come up very gently and blend off the edge. So I'm just going to blend off the edge of my Post-it note. So just come up and blend off the edge of my Post-it note, just to get that tinge of blue right in there. Now I'm also going to come in and do a little bit up the top. So I just want to come in very, very, just little circular motions and blend it through. So I just want to blend this through a little bit, which is really, really good. So you can just blend as much as you like. You can add as much or as little as you want. Okay, so just blend it through. And then when you take it off, look at that. How gorgeous is that? It looks like it's sitting on the ice and you get this nice sky effect. Now, not a lot of work to this card. This card is very, very simple. And that's all we're going to be doing with that one, which is really, really easy. But I have matched it up with some beautiful paper, which is our birthday pack paper, designer series paper. And it's got the little bit of white coming out here and that. So I love this. So I've matched this one up with that. So I'm just going to stick that one on here. So come through. One of my favorite glues is the liquid glue, because it gives you a little bit of like movement. See how you can move this around a little bit and you can sort of place it where you want on your designer series paper. It gives you a lot more freedom. So you can sort of see that looks really amazing. This little bit of paper had a little bit of white there. It just looks really great like that. So we're just going to come in and fold our card. Now these are our notebook cards. Now the notebook cards are in our main catalogue as well. And in the very back of our catalogue also, you will see embellishments and ribbons and die cuts and that, but also papers and packages. So it will tell you like where your cardstock is, where your cards and envelopes are. So your cards and envelopes are on page 135. So this is a really quick way when you're learning to come to the back of your catalogue and check it out. It also has your host party earn rewards. Now, a lot of people, you know, don't realise these are here. They see them, but they don't really go to them very often. So envelopes in that 135. So we could go to 135. Okay. And when you come to page 135, you will see note cards and envelopes. Now, note cards and envelopes come in vanilla, very vanilla, or the basic white, and I'm using the basic white. But there's 20 cards already cut, scored for you with 20 envelopes. So these are the ones down here that I'm using today. So good thing to look at is the back of the catalogue because it's quick and easy, and you can see where all your accessories and everything like that is in your catalogue. Okay, so I'm just going to pop this one down here, and then I've got a bigger piece of paper here. I hope that's the big one. Yes, this one's the same size as the designer series paper, and this is, if you're doing it in inches, guys, this is 4 3/4 by 3 1/4. So my last video I did it in centimeters, so this time I'm giving it to you in inches. Has everyone got their cup of coffee? You've got to have a cup of coffee while you're crafting. So on this one in particular, I'm just going to come in with a little bit of blue because I don't want too much on this, because I just want it to blend to the front of the card, and I just want a little bit of colour on there, not too much. So I'm just going to use circular motions and get that little bit of blending. I'm going to leave a little bit of white in the centre there where we're going to come in with our thank you card, our thank you, and come down here, ink up your words, and you can put any words that you like, and come down and add your word, and then all you have to do is write on it. So, and I'm just adding white on white. I'm not adding a matte to this. I'm just adding white this to the card because I've already done a little bit of sponging on it, and it's just going to stand out that little bit anyhow, so I don't need to add anything more to that. So that's a quick, simple little, gorgeous little card, and I love this one. This stamp set is just absolutely gorgeous. And you know, if you love animals, really beautiful. Now I'm at the moment making a lot of cards for a childcare centre where they're having their presentation day, and you know, they're into the animals and everything like that with the kids and things like that. So that's why I'm going with this particular theme at the moment. Now, I really appreciate you. This is a really gorgeous one as well. And I love the giraffe, and I added these ones here, the leaves. I stamped them onto them. Now, the only reason I've done a bit of stamping is so it dries off really quick and it's dry for me to do my colouring. And I'm going to come in with the light pumpkin pie on this one because it's a bit of an orange. And I'm just going to come right over the top of all of this time. I'm just going to come over the black as well. And just come down and colour using the blends. The same with around here, just come in around. Now, blends can bleed a little bit, so sometimes you've got to be a little bit mindful to of that as well, okay? Depends what inks you use to outline. Now, when you're actually using your ink with your blends, your black ink, you're actually using your memento. You do not want to use a StazOn. A StazOn itself is an alcohol blend as well. So alcohol ink, I should say. And you don't want to add your alcohol with your alcohol because that way it will smudge, especially on the StazOn. So you want to use your memento with your blends, okay? Memento and blends. So that's going to give you the best result in colouring and no bleeding together. Okay, so that's an important thing to know, I think, because how many people have used StazOn and then messed their card up? You know, so it's an important thing to know. So I'm going to come in here, we're going to colour this. I'm just going to change around the eye area a little bit. I'm going to come in with the wild wheat, just come in with a bit of different colour around the eye and blend that through with this as well. And like I said, you can blend the colours on the blends together, not a problem. So I'm just going to bring in a little bit like this for this mama one, and then a little bit down here. So you'll work out where you want to blend things and just change the color just a fraction. Okay, so yeah, so it's really lovely. Now for the baby one, we're going to come in and do the little one, but I'm going to start off with the wild wheat first this time because they're not quite mature yet. So we're going to come in with this one, and then we're going to come in and highlight the other way around. Just gives it a different look, okay? No right or wrong. So you can blend either way. Excuse me for a minute. Okay, sorry about that. Okay, so we're going to come through here. And then we're going to come in with our orange over the top of this one, just to change the colour a little bit as well. So we're going to come in with our orange. And the good thing about it is you can just do it where you want. You don't have to do it all over. Okay, we're just going to come down a little bit on his neck. And you can sort of see you get the same colours, but you get a different sort of feel and look a little bit on your two giraffes there. Okay, green leaves, you can just come in with your green leaves. And I'm just going to quickly colour these in. I love the alcohol blends. They're one of my favourite colouring tools. There's so much you can do with it, and as these series go along, as I do more and more, I'll share a lot more with them. But I'm sticking to basics at the moment because, you know, I think it's important to know the beginning and how to use your products really good. And then you can move on to more with them. So if you're a newbie, or even if you've been doing it for a while, sometimes you forget about the little basic things that you can do with our products. So the Stampin' Up! Products are just amazing. It was one of the reasons why I joined Stampin' Up! Was because they coordinate so well together, and it doesn't matter what card you make, it's just amazing. It just always looks so professional. And believe me, you don't have to be a professional for it to look professional. It can be just professional. So this one we're doing just blue as well, but we're going to leave a little bit of a white glow around our giraffes. So when I say a white glow, it means we're not going to come right to the giraffes. We're just sort of coming in over our leaves. We're going to leave a little bit of a white glow in this one, which is really lovely as well. So we can come in and just blend that through and just leave that beautiful white little bit around the giraffes. And just top of the sky, so we're just coming in a little bit. So you can sort of see you get that beautiful glow, and it makes them stand right out. It's just a really easy way of doing it. So this time we've gone with our blue, because the blue on the blue looks really good. No, this time we're going to go with the orange. I mean, it makes the orange pop out. See? Let me show you. The blue looks good. The blue looks good. But watch when you put the orange. It makes the orange pop out. Okay, so this is the one we're going to go with. So choosing your designer series paper can sometimes be tricky, but go with the main color function. Whatever like is that main color that you're using in your card, bring that in and just try it, and do what I do. Try it on 2 or 3 different papers, like the blue, the orange. Just try it on different colors and just see what looks really good and what pops, because yeah, that pops out. So you sort of can tell what pops out. It's a little bit oh, that looks different on that, and that looks different on that color. So yeah, just work out your colors. And when you get a pack of paper, you get such a variety of colors in the pack of paper that you can just, you know, flip through them. You know, you can flip through them and you get all these different colors, and you can sort of go, oh yeah, I like the pink, or I like the purple. And you go, oh, I'm a real purple person. And then you go and put the card on it that you've made or coloured in, and you go, oh, I really didn't like it on the purple, you know. And sometimes, and then you get disheartened. So don't go by the colours that you love all the time. Think about the colours that you can change them to. Okay, so when you're looking at this, this is your main focus. So your eye pleasing, when you look at a card, when you've got your border, it blends in with your giraffe. So that makes it very eye pleasing. Okay, so they're the little tips and tricks, like this one here. You can sort of see if you had orange behind here because it's your favorite color, or purple because it's your favorite color, it wouldn't be very eye pleasing. You need that blue to go in with the blue. So when you're learning, you know, a lot of people, when they're first starting off, they get a little bit stuck, and that's the tricky bit. So that's a really good gold nugget, a really good tip. I call them gold nuggets because they are gold nuggets. Just remember to always blend to suit the card and to the main color that you're going to color. Pick your designer series paper out to match that. And the one thing I love about our designer series paper is that on the back of it, it will tell you the colors of the cardstock. Okay, I'll share that with you in another one, but yeah, you'll be able to have a look and see, and I'll share that in another video. But we'll finish this one, our cards today, and then I'll share that in an upcoming video about that as well. So this one goes inside our giraffe, and I've just gone with the blue because I've gone with the blue on the front. Okay, it's more softer than the orange. Just not saying that using orange would be wrong, because you can use it if you wanted to. It would still look lovely. It's just that I like the softness of this. So this is what I've gone with. Okay, so you can sort of see we've got two beautiful different cards out of this set so far. Now the last one in this set, the last stamp in this set is, I forget what these little creatures are called. I've just gone blank. Oh my God. Sorry guys. But anyhow, they're really gorgeous. And I'm going to use the 1000 for their little faces. Oh my God, isn't that terrible? No, can't think of them, but that's okay. You all know what they are. You'll all be telling me in the comments what they are because I can't remember, but that's okay. So when you're doing a baby on top of a mama, how do you get the baby to stand out a little bit more than the mama? And that is not doing them exactly the same color. You know, you need to do one lighter or one darker. So we're going to do the baby lighter, and we're going to do it in crumb cake. And we're going to add this to the baby's little paw that's coming out, and his little foot there, and his little tummy in here. So this is the thing when you're doing babies and mums together, is you've got to be a little bit mindful to not clash them all together so that they actually stand out in the picture. So we're going to go with, I think we'll go with, I'm just looking to see what one I've got here. This one's 300, so you can try them on here. That's quite, not too bad, it's not too dark. This one's quite good. But then you can look at the 500. It's a little bit different again. Some more lighter color again. Okay, so you can work out whether you want to go the darker one or the lighter one. This has got more like a red tinge in it. So we're going to go with the 500 because it's got the red tinge into it, more so than the brown, because we've also got our branches to do as well. Okay, so that's another type of brown, and that's bringing in 3 types of brown, and sometimes that can all clash if you don't work out your colors. Okay, so work out your colors and then you'll be right. Try them on here. Like try them on your grid paper or your photocopy paper or whatever paper that you're using as your scratch paper. Try them on there first and just see which one you like. Okay, because you can sort of see now that this is coming in quite well with this. Okay. Yeah, beautiful baby and mother. Yeah. Oh my God. Now, say you're also not too good with the point to the edge, you can always come in with your other end. And if you find it easier to do around the edges with your pen end than your brush end, by all means, do what you're happy with. Okay, so there's no right or wrong. I'm just going to draw the little lines in, and I love that they have the little lines in there. It's like a highlight thing that you sort of can use as a highlight guide on the stamp. Okay. Now, as you can see where the baby is, and you can see where the mother is. Now we have these branches coming through too, so you sort of think, oh, you know, another brown. So, you know, you need to work out what browns you want to use. So I'm going to come in with this bit darker brown on the branches, because it will stand out more. So you can either work out that you could have done the darker brown first, or whichever way you want to do it. Okay, so we've got that. Now, the one thing I nearly always forget on this is the arm up here. His arm's hanging from the tree. So we're always got to remember to do his arm. It's not a piece of tree. Okay, it's his little arm going up there because he's swinging from the trees. And then we can come back and we can do this branch coming through here. Okay, and then just come in and colour your leaves in whatever colour you want to do them. I've just got the old olive still sitting here, so I'm just sort of using the old olive because it's sitting here. Now, because he's swinging in trees, he's probably more up in the sky area, but what if we wanted to do like a moon type thing behind him, like a different type of sky, you know, bring in a little bit of red and pinks and stuff like that, make it a little bit different because, you know, just so it looks a little bit different. I'm going to share that with you now. As soon as I've just coloured in a few of these leaves, I'm going to share how to do that. And that's what we call a mask, is when you put something over the top of something. So we're going to mask that in. Okay, so when you learn also a few of the phrases, that will make it easier for you also. Okay, so when you hear someone talking about masking, that's usually putting it over the front image and it pops out at the back. So masking is an interesting thing. So I use just a standard punch, okay, and then we can bring in this masking. So you can put this wherever you want, your mask. So you can have the moon coming up behind him here, okay, like this. So you've got the moon coming up, or you can even have it more higher up depending on where you want it on your page. Okay, there's no right. You could even have it coming up through here. You could even have it coming up through around here. So work out where you want to have it, and then we're going to do the masking. So I'm going to place this, I reckon, about here on this one. And I'm going to grab my blue and I'm going to come in and I'm just going to really come in on the mask itself to start off with, and then I'm just going to very, very softly come out from the mask. Okay, so dab it, on the mask and come out, just so that you don't get a really blotty part. Okay, so we've got a bit of blue happening in there now, but we're going to bring in another colour, and we're going to bring in more colours this time. So this time we're going to also bring in a tinge of pink. You know how you get that beautiful pink tinge in the sky? We're going to do that. Well, they say it's red, really. Shepherd's Delight. Like, you know, the red sky at night, Shepherd's Delight. Red sky in the morning, Shepherd's Warning. But we're going to use pink. We've got a bit of pink happening through here. So we're going to have a little bit of pink happening up through on ours. You can make it as light or as dark as you want. Okay, that's entirely up to you. And then we're going to come in with a little bit of yellow, because we're going to have a little bit of yellow in the sky as well. So we're just picking the colours that are, this one's crushed curry, so it's more, a little bit not as bright as the other yellow we were using earlier. Let me just find my brushes. So this one's a bit of a darker one. So you can sort of see it's a bit of a darker one. So we're going to come in and come in around this beautiful sunset, around this moon area. So we're blending in all the colours. Whoop. I hope you can see what I'm doing. Sorry about that. The battery's going flat on my thing. So I'm going to finish this one up in a minute. So we're just bringing in all the colours and blending them in. So you can sort of see that you get this beautiful mask. And then you take this off and you've got this beautiful glow here. So how do you get it to look amazing through there with a little bit of blue? And that's doing it with your little rip piece here. And we're just going to bring this in with the blue. I hope my camera doesn't go off because it's going flat. Sorry, guys. And then just over the top of that, and we're going to bring it down a little bit more and over the top of that. And you can sort of see that you can get that beautiful effect. Leave a little bit of white. Okay, and then down on the bottom part as well. So have a look at the moon now. It looks really beautiful. It blends in with it. So these were our 3 cards. I'm not going to make this one up in the card. I will later on and take a photo, but I just want to share these are the ones that we made today, and just sharing a different way of doing your blending with your blended brushes. So thank you so much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed, and I look forward to sharing more on my next class. God bless you all. Thanks for joining me. Bye for now.